weighing in Fights and Films.
Hey, what's that over there? Welcome to Weighing In Fights and Films. I am Brett the Threat with my cousin and co-host
Jenny Rose, and we are going to be weighing in tonight on the latest episode of The Ultimate Fighter Redemption.
Episode 10, we think. We never get it right. Who are the fighters fighting? That's how we'll know the episode.
Well, it's a double fight episode, so there's your first clue as to what episode we're talking about.
Into the semifinals.
First one is, it was Hassan, the last remaining lone survivor of Team Garbrandt, versus the Orc.
The Orc.
He's number 2 ranked in the group.
The no-neck wrestler guy who probably has a career in bodybuilding afterwards.
No.
No. His symmetry is off?
Yeah, but like I said, go to the movies. Villains, they need villains.
They need villains. So that fight was over quick.
Yeah, like what, 30 seconds?
30 seconds, a minute, something like
that. But a rear naked choke by the Orc.
I think 2 kicks were thrown at the top of the fight, and one was caught, and he just dove in for that single and just kept going for it. He got it done.
Eventually, but that first one was sloppy. He just stood back up from the first one. The first one was a sloppy attempt, but he did keep going for the takedown, and he did eventually get it on Hassan. And Hassan fought the choke for a good while. I mean, because that choke was deep in there.
He peeled it off, which is cool.
He kept peeling the hand. He kept going after the hand. He kept doing what he should do. But it just
relentless, yeah.
It was inevitable.
Sunk it in, that's good. And it was good, it worked, there you go.
Yeah,
that's all.
So yeah, and then, we let off this episode with some bullshit.
Oh yeah, the top of the episode was all,
These divas stealing the show from the weigh-ins. It's like, fighters, weighing in, pay attention.
Yeah.
Your guys, your team.
And now the coaches are going after each other, and you know what I mean?
The assistant coaches.
And it's just like, who cares? Who cares?
I don't even know what's about anymore.
I know they're trying to build a team alpha male versus team whatever Dillashaw. Who's Dillashaw trading with?
I don't know. I don't care. But to what though? Because there's no fight anymore. It's
at the time they didn't know that, obviously. But
right, but.
All the same, that's boring. It's just like, okay, and it just seems ridiculous that the coaches are now getting in on it and like trying to cause controversy. It's just get to the fight.
Assistant coaches, which I'm like, who are you?
But thank God there were 2 fights on this episode, so we didn't have to deal with all that stuff.
No, because they jumped pretty much right into the second fight, which was Kraus versus Naheem Ramsey.
And actually a pretty good fight.
Good fight. Went 3 rounds. These guys were exhausted.
Yeah, you see it at the end of the second round. They're just like,
these are 2 rubber chickens fighting in the 3rd round. But they stuck it out. They went the distance. They left it all in the cage. But my problem here with this, speaking of being relentless, my cat Patronus is being relentless.
Yeah, trying to escape.
But the cardio of these 2 fighters. Okay, they left it all in the cage, but it doesn't look like they were digging from a deep well of cardio here.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, because it's very tiring, and I get that, like, sometimes, like, because there's a sweet spot with adrenaline and all. Sometimes you can be overstimulated, understimulated, etc. But at the same time, with this level and a fighter and everything, and with the Kraus being the number 1 in the house, it's like, ooh.
I'm thinking that like they only prepare for 2 rounds, and when it goes 3, they're just like spent.
Yeah.
So. And I wonder if
but that's no.
They seem small for welterweights. I wonder if they would cut to 155.
But that's not right, because in practice you're doing round after round. So something could be off that day, or just too close to their previous fights, or.
It's gonna get even closer now.
They're too much battle time. They can't recover as quick as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, Kraus ended up winning by the skin of his teeth.
Right. I scored the first round even, but I think they gave it to Kraus.
Well, they had to, because the second round was definitely Naheem.
Or no, wait. Was it the other way around? No, you're right. Naheem had the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He definitely had the second round. So, and then Dillashaw was like, so we think it went 1-1.
It's like, well, if it went 3. But then The third round came along.
It was Kraus. It went to Kraus. He had more control time, more top riding time on the ground and pound. Landed some nasty elbow.
Those 2 elbows from the top was like you hear the elbow hitting teeth. That weird thumping slap. I was like, ooh.
I agree with the win, but I think it was really close. And up next, Kraus is going to have to face the orc dude, which I really should have learned his name. But it's going to be number 1 versus 2, and I think he's going to get slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean, he had trouble with the ground game with Naheem. I really don't see it going past the first round in the next one.
Yeah.
But we might get surprised. You never know.
Yeah, and then Toothless Tom, the Candyman.
Candyman, my man.
Is going against the guy that just fought last episode against Joe, and he won, obviously, because he's moving on to this round, but he's the one that my doubts are there about how far he'll go based on his performance. But my doubts are kind of there for Toothless Tom, so this is kind of like 2 of the top ones going against 2 of the mediocre ones. And I use that word loosely because these are
Candyman.
These are not mediocre in the truest sense of the word. These are good guys.
Candyman versus Orc would be fun. I'd like that fight.
I think you'd see brutality versus strategy.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Because I think Candyman's a bit more technical.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen in this series. I'm only going based on what I've seen this season, so I could be basing it entirely off of their editing. So.
But not a bad episode aside from the boring stuff at the top with the teams bickering like children.
Not a bad episode at all.
Yeah, I give it a 3.5. You?
I'll give it a 3. 3, yeah. The first fight kind of brings it down for me. I was hoping for that to go a little bit longer.
But that's a good win, though. It
was a good
the
win.
First round,
I'm not knocking the win.
Okay. But that brought it down, you said.
Because it was...
Oh, you wanted to see more.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You didn't get really to see too much from Hassan in that fight. It was all the other dude. The second round was good, but like I said, they seemed to get gassed really quickly for what their level should be. What I would expect, anyway.
They're spending too much time eating Chinese food at the...
Oh, no. Dapper Dan was spending too much time on his suit in jail.
Yeah. His hair was
AKA
perfect.
Kraus. He'd be great for Dapper Day at Disney.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
I'm looking forward to the next fights, though, I think. If Kraus is still... I mean, they did the weigh-ins and his eye looked better, but he does have a cornea scratch. So...
If I was the orc, I'd be, like, aiming for that eye. throwing right hooks because you can't see him coming.
I just think he's just gonna be the locomotive again like he was in this last one.
Yeah, it's gonna be straight takedown. That's his thing.
Yeah. Only this time, Kraus isn't gonna be able to weather it, I don't think.
We'll see.
Because I think he'll hit harder on the ground and pound than Naheem did.
I would imagine that.
Yeah.
Because he's much bigger.
Looks it anyway. And, I mean, what does he care, you know?
All right. Well, there you have it. That's our review of episode 10, Redemption. I always got to say it like that. It's Redemption.
You have to sound like an air mattress leaking.
Redemption.
It's a collapsing flan.
Don't forget to support her MMA fight career. When is Snow White's next fight?
Snow White will be battling Moana on July 14th. Girls from Hawaii.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Look at you. And don't forget to support this channel, Weighing In Fights and Films, by commenting, and subscribing. And we also have
a link below for merchandise for this channel. We already said that.
Did we?
Yeah.
And we did. We did.
It's hot. We're melting.
We can't have fans 105 in LA.
And we can't have fans on while we're filming because you'd hear the droning and it's...
And we hope that we get more subscribers to this channel just so we can... Her next place will have central air.
Well, the next studio I will know more about as we move into it, but it's going to take some time. But we are going to be moving locations.
Yay! New studio!
So, yay!
Alright, I gotta get out of this polyester.